back to my channel. So recently I got a microneedling treatment from Dermaster's clinic in Kemang, and they call it their Derma GF treatment. And in this video, I'm going to go through the process and hopefully answer any questions you have. If there's anything I didn't cover, feel free to leave the question in the comments and I'll answer it as best as I can. So what is microneedling? Microneedling, also known as skin needling, or percutaneous collagen induction, PCI, or collagen induction therapy, CIT, is a process where they poke tiny little holes with a needle to help improve your skin texture. So it can help you heal fine lines, wrinkles, acne scarring, stretch marks, loose skin, and uneven skin texture. So you may be going, wait, hold up. You're poking holes all over your face to make your skin better. Like, what the heck? How does it work? So basically the way it works is, you know how when you get a paper cut, I'm sure all of us have gotten paper cuts in our lives before. If you haven't, I don't know what kind of immortal super being you are, but yeah, that's amazing. Anyway, after you've gotten a paper cut, it heals pretty nicely. There's no trace of the paper cut on your skin. Same when you get tiny little wounds, there is no trace. Otherwise, my fingers are going to look like something out of a horror movie. That's because when it's a small wound, your body does a pretty good job of healing itself. But when it comes to larger wounds, your body's kind of like busy healing, and after a while it says like, that's it, I'm done. You're no longer bleeding, my job is done. Thank you, goodbye. Well, you're like, yo, that's not a good job. There's a freaking crater in my face. So the point of microneedling is that with the tiny wounds all over your face, it kind of forces your body to get off its ass and start healing those micro wounds. And in the process, because it's healing all those micro wounds, it also helps heal the larger scars. Now, I have this crater here, which is thanks to Dr. Waffles Woo. When I was young, I had 2 pinprick moles on my face. I barely noticed them. My friends didn't notice them, but my mom was going, oh my God, my daughter's face is ugly. There are these horrible moles on her face. I must get rid of them. So she took me to Dr. Waffles Woo, who tried to laser them off, and instead he created craters on my face. Dr. Waffles Woo in Singapore, he sucks. I'm still so bitter about this. So anyway, I went to Dermaster and asked them, can I get rid of these scars? And they recommended this microneedling treatment. So for my acne scars, the estimate is going to take about 4 to 6 treatments, which on average, I took a look around. That is the amount of treatment you need to get rid of your acne scars, depending on how severe it is. And every treatment has to be spaced out for about 1 month. So for you to completely get rid of the scarring or the skin issue you're having, it's probably going to take you about 3 to 6 months, depending on how severe it is. So during the process, they first give you a numbing cream all over your face just to make sure it doesn't hurt that bad. I personally don't like numbing cream just because it makes me drool at the end of it. It's just like my face is numb. Whenever I meet my friends afterwards, I'm just like, and when I'm eating, I'm just like, dribbling all over. I guess I get a preview of what I'll be in old age. Anyway, after the numbing cream is done, your face is pretty numb. That's when they go through this like rolly thing all over your face. So it's kind of like a roller with spikes on it with tiny little needles. It sounds painful, but it's not painful at all. I mean, okay, sure, it's not pain-free like the HIFU treatment I did. If you want to know more about it, I have a video. I'll link it below and above. But it's definitely less painful than my skin booster treatments and the Fraxel laser. Do I have a video for the skin booster? If I don't, I'll make a video for it eventually, but I'll link the video for Fraxel laser right below and above. So yeah, it's not as painful as those treatments. It's how I imagine cuddling a porcupine will be, like when you're rolling it. I mean, it's so cute. Kind of uncomfortable, but kind of cute. I'm pretty sure rolling your face on a porcupine will be more painful. I'm not saying it's pain-free, but it's not that painful, really. So what's the recovery process like? What's the downtime? So the doctor advised me that the downtime is usually 3 days until all the redness disappears, and you're not supposed to wear any makeup while your skin is healing. But for me, thanks to my miracle holy grail product, Dr. Jart's Disappear Cream, I had barely any downtime. I applied this at night on the day I got the microneedling treatment, and the next morning I barely saw any redness. I went to a beauty blogging event with no makeup on. Well, I had eye makeup on, but like no face makeup. People barely noticed. It's just because this is amazing. In fact, I could barely see anything by the second day. The only part that took longer to heal was just the part where my big craters are, where the doctor went way deeper. So that had a scab, but around the fourth night, the scab peeled off, and there's really no trace of the treatment after that. But just to be safe, I didn't wear face makeup for about 5 days just because that's just me. Skincare is number one for me, so I rather play it safe. I do know that sometimes your face makeup, there is bacteria on it thanks to repeated use. So you don't want spreading that on your face while you have open wounds. So that's just me. I rather play it safe. So that's something you need to take into consideration if it's something you're worried about. So how much do these cost? Well, they're not cheap. I've looked around. In Indonesia, they cost about $300 to $400, 3 to 5 million rupiah. So because of that, for me to fully get rid of these scars here, it's gonna cost me about $1,200 to $2,400. Yeah, it's not cheap. So does it work? Well, I've only had one treatment, and oh my gosh, I wish I took a macro of my scar before this, because I did notice that it's much smoother. In the beginning, before this treatment, it's quite a noticeable sharp crater. But after this treatment, I noticed that the edges of the crater is a bit smoother, so the scar isn't as visible and striking against my face. And I'm pretty sure that with more treatments, I will be able to get rid of these craters to the point where they're hardly visible. But now, one of the downsides, you can't do this treatment when you're breaking out. When you're breaking out, there is bacteria in your pimples, and you don't want to puncture that pimple and spread the bacteria all over your face. If you do this when you're breaking out, you're going to have an even worse breakout. And that's one of the downsides. Besides the pain and the cost, that's another downside. You have to wait until your skin is clear before you can do this. So yeah, if you're having severe acne, you have to wait until your acne is done and cleared before you can go for this treatment. And since I've been breaking out, I haven't been able to do more treatments with Dermaster. I'm really sad. You know, every time I'll be like, can I do it now? They'll be like, no, you're breaking out, we can't. So that's why I haven't been doing more treatments, and that's why I still have this crater. Will I do it again? Definitely, I want to do it again. But of course, because of the cost, I am looking at do-it-yourself treatments at home. I looked into it, and there are microneedling treatments you can do at home. So that is something I'm looking at. But why go to a professional? You go to a professional because they can go for deeper punctures. Of course, when you're doing it yourself, you're not a professional, so it does carry some risk. So that's why you can't go that deep, and so you probably won't get as great of a result as you will if you go to a professional. But you know what? I'm a strong, independent woman who needs no medical training. So screw medical treatment, I'm gonna try it myself. Eventually, I'm looking at several options for DIY microneedling at home. I'll keep you guys updated. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this entire thing, and I hope I answered all your questions. And if I didn't, feel free to ask in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. See you. Bye.